So let's go ahead and talk about the Shinbox exercise. The Shinbox, or sometimes people call it 90-90, is a hip mobility exercise that I show a ton of my athletes. It's something that uniquely gets after the deep hip muscles as well as the hip capsule. So to set this thing up, you're gonna put your legs kind of like this. You want this leg to be out, forward leg out a little bit. You can see then why it's called a 90-90 position. This kind of creates a 90-degree angle here. Your shins create the outside of a box. So we want to think about good upright positioning with the chest. If you need a yoga block or something to help keep you upright, that's okay. So this is your base position. From there, what I want you to work on is leaning forward a little bit. So almost kind of like that pigeon pose stretch, right? So you're leaning forward, you're gonna feel some pressure in the back of the hip. And what you wanna think about doing is pushing this shin down into the floor, right? Like it's obviously not going to move, but you're gonna use that force to push. It's something called like a contract, relax, or pails and rails, or PNF. You know, it goes by many names, but you're gonna lean forward a little bit, push those muscles into the floor for about 5-6 seconds or so, and then relax. So you might do a couple sets of those, and then after that, you're actually gonna do the opposite. So you're gonna try to bring this shin up towards the ceiling. Now, when we're in this forward position, ideally we are very close, if not at, in range of that shin box. So it's not gonna be moving, but we're gonna be trying to fire those muscles at that in range to try to get some good mobility skills. So you're leaning forward again. Again, if you need a yoga block or something to keep that trunk and back in good position, you're pulling up, 5-6 second rest, or 5 or 6 seconds, and then you relax. Do a couple of sets of those, and then from there you can actually add a much more dynamic aspect to this movement. So you're in here, you can actually come up and back down. Up and down. Some people like to add a kettlebell or something as a counterweight. But really controlling, especially those last few inches of the Shinbox movement. So this is something that is fantastic for hip mobility. So if you lack any type of hip rotation, any type of hip mobility, give the Shinbox a try.